have a program called Straight to Space. What is that?
Straight to Space is a program that it's actually a workforce development program that whose intention is to help restaff the pipeline of aerospace workers as the Apollo era and the shuttle era workforce really begins to retire. There are estimates that almost 40% of the aerospace workforce will be retired by 2014 and 50% in the next 8 years. So the aerospace industry is facing a really critical shortage of workers, especially because aerospace in the last 20 years, 30 years has lost the luster that it had in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. It's starting to get a lot of traction with the commercialization of space transportation, but this program is intended to get people excited about going into aerospace, whether they're technicians with only high school or college degree, high school or community college degrees, or they're college graduates who might not have thought about going into aerospace. So what we do is we provide entrepreneurial aerospace companies with training grants when they hire people who are from outside the aerospace industry, either technicians or engineers. My poster child for this program is a young Hispanic man who has a high school degree only. His previous job was was working in a tattoo parlor as one of the artists in tattooing, and he applied for a position at a manufacturing aerospace company. And he got the job, and we helped support his training because he's a perfect candidate for someone who would never have thought of going into aerospace. And now he's in a career track that is exciting and passionate, and he's got a good salary and health benefits, retirement, etc. So those are the kind of people that we're really excited about helping in the Straight to Space program. And so far we've helped support the training of 69 individuals, most of whom are technicians, but some of whom are engineers, in 22 different entrepreneurial aerospace companies throughout Colorado. So we're pretty excited about that program too.
If a startup company wants to apply to the eSpace incubator, how would they go about doing that?
It's really very easy. Our website has a very short application, maybe 5 or 6 questions that we ask them to complete very briefly. Questions like, what is your product? How is it differentiated from other products? Why is it better? What problem are you solving? And they essentially answer that question in 2 sentences. If we think at eSpace that we can help provide resources to them to be successful and it's a good fit in both directions, then we'll ask them to complete what we call the 10Q, which is a set of 10 questions that we ask them, much like the first 5, but in greater detail. So we'll ask them who's on the team, we'll ask them how big is the market, who might their customers be, what kind of IP strategy they have to protect the intellectual property, again, what problem are you solving and how are you differentiated from other either direct competitors with the product or indirect competitors. And so we'll look at that in great detail, and we'll sit down with the candidate company and talk with them in much greater detail about their plans, their technical expertise, their management team. And then if we, again, the incubator director and myself, feel that it's a company that we might potentially be able to assist, then we take it to what we call the investment advisory team, which is a subset of our board of directors, and we pull in other experts from various sectors of that company's area of expertise. That IAT group makes a decision about whether or not we should recommend to the board of directors of eSpace that this team, the startup, be invited into the incubator, and then we all take that to the board of directors for decision. It's a very thorough process. We really only want to help the companies that we truly believe we can help. So we've had 86 applicants to the incubator in the not quite 3 years that we've been in existence, and we've only invited 12 companies to become a part of that incubator. So we're very, very careful to make sure that we invite candidates that we truly believe we can help.